of harassing, but then you're going to see the stun get procced and just too much damage really from the DPS. I think Jaina went in with her shield and her Zephyr, and then you see Udyr gets a kill on Kassadin, which is what our team has really been looking for. Down bottom now you can see Jax and Shaco are pushing the inner turret, and I'm not certain if I remember this correctly, but I believe we do kill that turret. So it was a really good couple. Yeah, there you go. You look down there, and just as we killed the turret, and you see Jax at 5-1, Shaco at 3-0, and those are two pretty good signs. Those are two of the...
Also, at the minion kills, we have two guys up in the 90. Their highest is 48, so we have a good gold lead on them. We've gotten Dragon once or twice. They have not got it once. We've been controlling the forest monsters really well, so we're sitting pretty well right now. We know that Kassadin was pretty powerful, but once we get to the team battle stage, I don't think he's going to be able to do too much, because they don't really have a really good initiator to go in. They aren't going to be able to do all too much damage as long as we keep Kassadin focused. So now we are starting to get a little more in team battle. So they tried to gank there, but wasn't very well coordinated. Kassadin's really the only one going in, so able to get away without too much damage. We see Jax has the lizard buff, so we know he's going to be able to get a slow, so he's probably going to be the one to initiate, and then we're just going to focus his target because they'll have that dot and slow, so they'll drop that much quicker. We see Corki moving down, Jax moving in, so we're probably getting ready for our first big fight here. We want to be careful not to get caught off guard by anybody. I have them jump our forest. We don't know if they have any wards or anything like that down. We see Udyr sitting in the bottom forest, so we're a little separated right now, but we're going to be able to collapse really well on all sides. So I go ahead and go in, try to protect the turret. Able to do some decent damage with ultimate. See, we're going to force him back. We're going to pick up a couple kills. I'm going to go down really quick. I'm very squishy, so me initiating is a bad idea. Nice job picking up the kill there. They get the stun slow. So we're going to try to go in for Kassadin right here. Jax gets silenced, not going to be able to jump on him. Decides to try to turret dive, backs out. With the Rift Walk, they're going to come in. Corki going to be dealing damage from the back. Udyr's coming in from behind, but Jax may drop here. Kassadin with the Rift Walk, not able to finish Jax, and he is going to go down. We're going to try to get the kill on Shen here. He's going to dive, but doesn't have the speed to catch up, so he's going to be forced to back off. So really good exchange right there. I think we went 4 for 2, which is always good. And now we also have full map control, so we can pick up any neutral monster buffs, dragon if it was there. This is really the time you want to go get those type of things. Just give your team the extra advantage, then you go back heal, and you have all the gold from the dragon, you have all the neutral monster buffs, and they don't really have anything to do but go to the lanes or sit in the brush and wait for ganks. So you're going to be able to catch them off guard. You can see there's really no wards down, which usually you want some, especially at this point in the game. Catch people moving. If you can jump one of them, you're going to be in great position to initiate a team battle and set up a push. So that's one thing we really need to work on that isn't done well this game, but that'll happen. So it looks like we're trying to set up a gank here. Udyr is going to be picking up Golem. So we got 3 of us here, but Corki and Udyr are pretty close, so they can get over pretty soon. So REDempt's just sitting in the lane. We got us 2 sitting in the bush. So they are going to catch Corki off guard, and that's what I was talking about earlier with staying in the brush for too long. Now Jax is going to go ahead and go in. I'm going to try to follow up. Jax is already going down. Now with Jax down, we're going to get focused. Yeah. So we are able to finish Kassadin. Udyr's trying to get a focus on Shen. It's not happening. I proc a stun, but he's protected by the turret. We're not going to be able to dive 3-on-3. I'm going to get caught off guard with a huge parley crit. REDempt's going to try to take down Gankplank. Udyr's forced to retreat. Probably should just be right here, 3v2. See REDempt sitting there in case the teammate needs help, but we are going to be able to get away so we can defend this push successfully.
And yeah, a lot of stuff in that team battle, like Solluna was talking about. Corki kind of wanting to set up the gank, and he's a guy who can definitely dish out a lot of damage and be a big help in team battles, but not if he's the one who gets found and destroyed, because he is a very squishy character for sure. So you saw them murder Corki pretty quickly, and then Jax kind of jumped into suicide because Jax can do a lot of damage. But then we were able to kill their big hitter, which was good for us. As you see, Udyr probably overextend a little bit with a bunch of them MIA. He went up to try and hit the tower and got ganked pretty easily, a taunt from Shen, and that was pretty much going to be the end of him. And so now it's going to be a little bit of a lull in the action as far as team battles, so head into the forest, and now Solluna sees that they've got all of them, 4 of them, coming to push this tower. Probably not going to be able to stop this, but he's going to try to proc a stun or 2 to slow it down, at least to see if anybody else can get there. And Corki comes, lands a phosphorus bomb. So they actually are able to hold off the turret push. The other team probably could have gotten away with attacking that tower, and they probably would have been able to kill it. As you see, a pretty well organized gank right there with Gankplank's ultimate, and then Kassadin Rift walking in at the same time as they pick up a pretty easy kill on Corki, how squishy he is. And now Solluna has to flash away to avoid another big time parley crit. Those are pretty dangerous, obviously. Now you're going to see Udyr try and chase him down, and there I am too, trying to catch Gankplank. I don't know if I actually do get him or not. But Jax down there takes advantage of them being distracted and goes ahead and kills the inhibitor turret and then takes down Kassadin. He is obviously doing obscene amounts of damage right now. And then Udyr and I, 2 pretty good turret killers, are able to just go up and finish their middle turret. Then I'm going to head down with Jax, and looks like Solluna is looking to come down here as well. Jax is going for a kill on Shen. Now Solluna going to stick around in the bushes, maybe get the lizard buff here. Now I'm gonna just checking to see if it's there, and then Gankplank with another big parley to finish off Jax. But a death for him was definitely worth it. He was able to get a significant amount of work done down bottom lane, as you see Solluna pick up the big time skill shot kill on Fiddlesticks, and another turret goes down. So this has been a really great couple of minutes for us. Win a team battle and then kind of catch them a little bit spread out, and Jax doing his tons of damage is able to take down an inhibitor turret, and we get down 2 turrets in middle. So now, as they're definitely going to be on the defensive, Solluna and I decide to come over and pick up the lizard buff for me, and that's a really good buff for Shaco to have. Just boosts really a lot of damage that he can do. And now looks like we're going to go for the dragon, and I deceive in, and we're able to take him down pretty quickly. The 2 of us at level 14, not much of a problem, especially with the stunning and the fearing and whatnot. So we're just going to pick up some extra gold here. As you see, Solluna's up to 960. I've got a pretty good amount here, and I'm going back to buy at this point because I had been out for a while.
Also, another thing with the dragon is the experience that everybody gets. It's like a half level or something like that, so you never want to underestimate that because leveling is a huge part of this game. As far as item builds go at this point, since we have a kind of down point, both teams just trying to recover from the last few minutes. I wasn't originally going to get Rylai's, but I've been getting owned pretty hard. I'm not going to be able to really carry the team. So at this point I really want to just help control CC, add any damage I can. So I decided to get Rylai's for the extra damage, and I'm going to be able to get the slow, which is really going to help the team. What are you really doing with your item build at this point?
Well, I think I had a pretty hot start. Jax and I, as you saw, got the 2 kills in both their lanes at the beginning. So I went with pretty much my typical build. I always get Sheen to start just to give me a little bit more mana to work with, and